All right, I'm here today with a good friend of mine, with Steve Bucherri with Equity Title. And so we're here to talk about a new proposition, Prop 5. And so I thought, Steve, if you could just tell me, what is Prop 5?
Prop 5 is the Property Tax Fairness Initiative that's on the ballot Tuesday the 6th.
And so tell me a little bit more about that. So the fairness, what are things maybe that people have seen but they don't know, so they don't know certain aspects of that?
Well, this proposition will help disaster victims, it will help senior citizens, and it will also help severely, permanently disabled people.
Okay, all right. And so disaster victims, so I'm trying to think, maybe the wildfire victims?
Yeah, exactly. There's been a lot of wildfires this year, and those people that have lost their houses, unless they buy in those areas again, they can't take their tax base with them to a different county. So Prop 5 would eliminate that. They'd be able to move anywhere in the state instead of their fire-worn areas.
Okay. All right. So if I understand correctly, it looks like there's only about 10 areas or counties that they could move to, and this would allow them to go anywhere in the state of California.
That is true, Ron.
Okay. So that's a very big point that could affect a lot of people. So in addition to those, we have the seniors, and right now, tell me a little bit about what this would do to help those senior citizens.
Well, senior citizens are living in homes that are too big for them, or doesn't make sense anymore because they're empty nesters, their families have gone, and they might want to move closer to their families. So this tax initiative would allow them to move anywhere in the state as well as within each county. It would allow them to buy up or buy down and save taxes. So this is where it differs from Prop 6090, where it eliminated only 10% above the sales price. The replacement dwelling could only go 10% up.
Okay, so then this is really going to be a big benefit, because a lot of those people, from what I understand, they are stuck. They can only move up, so they're not able to move down. And if I understand this correctly, if they were to move down and downsize, they could actually bring that tax basis with them and maybe even pay less taxes?
Yes. Since Prop 13 in 1978, we voted on Prop 13, and what that did is eliminated the tax increases to 2% a year. So your tax base is a valuable thing. So in order for these elderly to move, they need to take that tax base with them to their replacement dwelling. So this allows them to go above the 10%. Because they might live in an area like, say, Riverside County. They could only sell their house for $300,000, and they want to buy a condo, maybe in San Diego, by their kids, and that's $500,000. Prop 6090 would not allow that. Prop 5 addresses that and allows them to buy the more expensive home and still take their tax base with them. There's a small penalty for that, but in the long run, it still will save them money.
Gotcha. Okay. So Prop 5, this is the Tax Basis or Tax Initiative Fairness Act, right? So we're looking to have fairness, to make it fair for everybody to move. So those people that would benefit from this are going to be disaster victims, severely injured or disabled persons.
Yes.
And then your senior citizens, 55 and older. And some of the key benefits, again, just to recap, are going to be they can move anywhere within the state of California versus just having those 10 or 11 counties. They can upsize or they can downsize. So they can move closer to their family. They can get rid of a home that maybe was perfect when they had kids, but now it's not perfect because they're older, they don't want to do the maintenance, they don't need 5 bedrooms. So then they would be able to take that tax basis with them to that smaller home, be closer to their kids, and then be able to potentially even save on their tax bill.
Exactly. And another thing that Prop 5 does to better on the Prop 6090 is it will allow them to do it more than once. Prop 6090 was a one-time thing. So now if you buy a house and that doesn't work for you, you could still, again, move your tax base. So I think it's a lot more fairer initiative than we had with Prop 6090.
Okay. I mean, that sounds wonderful. I'm not sure if there's anything else you'd like to add. I think we've kind of covered everything. All right. Well, Steve, thank you so much for being here. I really
Nice
appreciate
meeting
your
you.
expertise, and it was great to talk about this.